So I work with a lot of my coachees or my clients around leadership signature and reputation. A lot of it's around impact and style, which includes some communication, of course. An awful lot of the work that we do will range from strategy right through to execution. And a lot of it these days is focused on the blend that people want in their life, not working at all costs. So how do you make that work whilst having a successful career? And I guess we also work on leading more and doing less. That's quite a common theme. I guess the last thing is there's quite a lot of work that I do with people on succession. So they're either trying to work up the ladder and moving up to the next role, and what do they need to do and how can I help them do that, as well as those new to the role and what do we need to do to make sure they're performing the moment they hit the ground, and what's their plan and what's the execution on that. So my background is in business, and it's in corporate business. So I've held roles at FTSE 100 level, managing director, HR director, sales director, general management, responsible for growth, acquisition, strategy and large-scale planning and execution with thousands of people working under the business units, all the businesses that I've run. I've also done quite a lot of turnaround work and across a number of different sectors. So I've sat in quite a lot of seats. My coaching style, I guess, I describe the style as open and supportive. But I guess on the spectrum of coaching, or the coaching continuum, at one end you might have the mature chairman, mentor type person who might take from their history, well, when I was at such and such we did this, so you need to do that. And at the other end you'll have somebody from talent or learning and development, and they are more likely to work on the kind of softer issues. And right in the middle you've got a very small portion of people who are what I would call coaches with context. So those are people who have run P&Ls, have had large divisions or businesses, and have gone through large change programs or development programs in terms of the businesses they've been growing. And that's probably where I see myself sitting. And what that means in terms of my style is that I will ask appropriate questions with some insight, having sat that side of the table to understand some of the realities of how to operate when all this theoretical coaching stuff comes your way. And I guess my style therefore is, it's supportive but it's realistic. I definitely hold people accountable. I'm definitely quite robust, but my job is to be the best coach I can be for you. So when I work with a coachee, with a client, one of the very first things that we're going to do is we're going to identify what the key areas we're going to focus on. So we're identifying the objectives, we're getting to know what success looks like, and we're starting to identify what the key areas of priority are. What we'll then do is work to understand what the existing state looks like, what great looks like, and what the gaps are in between the two. So we'll be looking, and then I'll be looking at what motivates and what fills the person with a drive forward towards reward or alleviation of pain or fear, because the attachment to that is really what's going to drive change. So my work with him is about supporting, it's about provoking, and it's about keeping us on track to the objectives in mind, whilst allowing the things that are going to come in along the coaching relationship to get served as well. And my key objective, or my key approach, I suppose, is to create a self-coaching entity in that person, so they can kind of go back to their desk, go back to their workspace and know what they're going to do, because they can ask themselves coaching questions.